Hey, what's up guys? It's Accro, or Brandon. Today I'm actually going to be installing my new PoleSleeve's Chinese grip over my Platinum Stages 45mm stainless steel extreme multi-piece pole. So I'm going to walk you through how getting it on and how to get it off, and any other tools that you might need to make it a little bit easier. Okay, so we're going to install the sleeve onto the pole now. As you can see, I have my multi-piece pole put together here. If you have a Platinum Stages like I do, at the very bottom they have this little cover that covers the threads. You're going to leave this off so that you have just pure unexposed pole. This is actually going to cover the threads at the bottom anyways. So one thing to note though is that when you're installing this and it's a brand new sleeve, this one's already been broken in, I've used it a little bit of times, you're going to need an air source to help blow air into this side while you're slipping on to the end of the pole here. Now an air source might be something that blows air. Maybe you have a shop vac in the garage that sucks in one inside and has an outlet port on the other that'll attach to the inside. You might actually be able to use a pump for inflatable mattresses, or you might even be able to get away with using like a hair dryer. I don't know, I don't own one, so that might work. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to be shoving air into this end, and while it's slipping on, it's going to create a little bit of a give so that you can slide the pole down into the sleeve faster and easier. So what we're going to do is you're going to roll this down. We're going to start right at the tip and slip it on just like here. So you can see how it's soft and it gives a little bit, and you're just going to kind of put it in the pole like that. And what you're going to do is we're just going to work in increments from the soft side, and you can kind of squeeze a little bit to like create a little air going this way and work it on like this. Okay, always from the soft side, just right above the top of the pole, working it down, and it's going to slowly go on just like that. The lower you can keep the pole to the ground in a nice straight line so there's no kinking or bending in the sleeve will make it a lot easier too. Okay, and it's just going to go down just like that. At no point, and as you can see too, I have mine pushed against a wall so the pole isn't sleeving anywhere. If it does get a little bit sticky, yanking with all of your might will not work. Okay, that's exactly what the pole sleeve is designed to do, is to grip while you're on the pole doing serious tricks. So yanking on it and thinking that you can force it on isn't going to work for you. So, in real time. And there is a little bit of a technique. I'm not grabbing with all of my force, just enough force to pull the sleeve down with my hand. It's kind of a slipping motion. When you get to the very end, it's almost a little bit snug, so it does take a little bit more time. And as you can see, there's just a little bit of right at the top here, which now we have the top thread part, which if you have a Platinum Stages piece, like I do, this part right here, you can see it, so then it just screws and it goes right back on. Okay, boom. And if you want to slide it right to the top, if you can see that. Now the sleeve is totally on and you're ready to rock. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to take it off. This can take a little bit more effort, at least it does for me. I'm sure if I had an air source connected to the very end while I pulled it off, that would make it a lot easier. There's two different techniques. The first one I'm going to show is, or the only one that I've got for you really, is I'm just going to pull it off and kind of crunch it down. There is a second technique where once you scrunch this down a little bit, you can stand the pole up vertically and kind of inch it off a majority of the way like this. until it gets majority of the way up there, and then you straighten it back out and yank it off. So first thing, we're going to come up here. This is the part that was in the base plate of my pole, and we're going to kind of just work on getting it to scrunch back down, starting right at the very top. You can see it's kind of like the rubber's getting crunched, so it's going to start pushing the rest of the pole down, or I was able to pull the pole back out. So. See how I hit it with a slapping motion? Enough grip to get it to pull, but I'm not giving it a kung fu grip. So, and you can see the pole's already been exposed like at least 6 inches right there. And actually the pole is working its way out like that. See, it's big game. And sometimes this is a good stance right here. See, once you get towards the very end, it moves a lot easier. And voila, done. I didn't even need an air source. But my sleeve, like I said, is broken in a little bit. So the first few or more times that you take it off, you're probably going to need that air source to get it going. But once the sleeve is broken in and loosened up a little bit, you can probably just do it like I just did without any assistance. Now lastly, what do you do when you're done playing with your pole sleeve, and maybe you want to like throw it in the closet, maybe you want to take it to a buddy's house? What do you do to store that? Now you could just take it and bend it all up and shove it in the closet and whatever, but that's probably not pretty good because you don't want to put any kinks in it. What you want to do is roll it back up the way that it was shipped to you. So stick your fingers in here, kind of get this going, and then you're just going to basically start rolling like so, right? There you go. All wrapped up. PoleSleeve's pole bag. So. And you're off. Now you're ready to be the cool kid at the next pole jam. And now the moment that you have all been waiting for, to see the pole sleeve in action. Now, this is a Chinese pole, so you can use shoes on it if you like to. You can totally do it barefoot. I have a very special pair of Chinese pole shoes here that I got at DSW a couple weeks ago. They are white and they're made by Reef. What I really like about these is they have a bottle opener on the back of them, which is really cool because, you know, sometimes when I'm doing pole, I'm doing them in booty shorts, I don't have a whole lot of pockets, and I get to the top and I'm like, WTF, how am I supposed to open my bottle of beer? So this really solves that question or solution for it. So I'm going to put these on, tighten them down, yep, like that, and here we go. There you go. Have fun. Buy a pole sleeve because I said so. Accro.